The fuck happening, YouTube? Oh, I changed up the setup a bit. You know, we be vibing here with the Pokemon poster.
Epic!
God, I love Pokemon. We got me a Fortnite shit.
Epic!
Yeah, a Fortnite burger, mask.
Epic!
Got myself Hylian Shield for my favorite Zelda game.
Epic!
From my favorite video game of all time, Ocarina of Time. We got Shrek head, cause I have a Shrek shrine.
Epic!
Don't judge me. We got lights and shit. And I don't know if you noticed, but we have a new guest. I got a new pet. He's gonna be going through all this YouTube shit with me. His name is Jeff.
Yeah.
I decided the second I saw him, because Jeff is a brolic dude hunk name. And this dude, Jeff's definitely got that aspect to him. Hopefully he doesn't turn out to be an asshole like Alexa is, you bitch. Fucking hate Alexa. Anyways, so last week's video got taken down because I forgot to age restrict it. Bullshit. So, I couldn't upload for a week, so I couldn't re-upload it and age restrict it or whatever. But whatever. All that shit. Go ahead, like, and comment right now before I called the police. So, for this week's video, we got one of them animated stories, and this is titled How I Made My Crush Fall in Love with Me. Let's go ahead and watch.
Hi, I'm Alice, and this is my story of how I managed to get my crush to fall for me. I've never had a boyfriend before, and from the moment I saw him, I decided I would find a way, any way, to make this boy love me.
Whether it involves a gun, or a knife, or like weapons or not, I will make this guy love me.
Ben was the new kid in school. You know what that's like, right? Everyone...
Are you asking me that? Yeah. I know what it's like. It's nothing. It's just a different school. No big deal.
was curious about him. All the boys wanted to be his friends because his dad was a famous footballer, and all the...
That's the difference between me and this Ben guy who looks like he's whatever his name is from that like Hispanic kid from fucking Magic School Bus. I had no friends. Hear that, Jeff? You're my only friend.
girls wanted to be his girlfriend because, well, he's cute, okay? But it's not just that.
Oh yeah, because that's the only reason why people would want to date him. Yeah. Sounds about right.
There's something different about him. He's not loud and annoying like the other boys.
He has autism!
He's quiet and he loves reading and he just seems kind of mysterious.
He's not autistic. Yes. Yes. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep watching.
It was the beginning of term, and I made a promise to myself that before the end of term, we would be holding hands and eating lunch together on the bench in the playground that everyone calls the Lover's Bench.
Why? Because some homeless people had sex on that bench? Jesus Christ, do you think this is romantic? This is far from anything that is romantic. It's a bench at a school park, and you're eating school lunch on it with this kid, Ben, who's probably autistic, and what the fuck? These people are crazy.
Challenge accepted. Unlike the other girls who would walk by him and flick their hair and bat their eyelashes at him,
Hi, Ben.
I kept my distance. I didn't add him as a friend on my Instagram or Facebook, but I did stalk him, of course.
Okay, so you're admitting to be a psychopath and a freak of fucking civilization. Jesus Christ. It's always like this in these animated stories. Like, holy crap.
Every night after my mom said goodnight, I would scroll through his photos and try to figure him out. I mean, his family was rich, and his dad was the talk of the town.
Okay, so now I see why you want to date this kid.
But he still seemed so normal, so down to earth. On the weekends, when everyone else was hanging out in the mall, where was he? At his dad's football matches?
Dad's doing meth at his Uncle Ron's house.
It didn't seem like it. He posted a video once from the new modern art museum that had just opened. I knew my friends wouldn't be interested, so I begged my mom to take me. I said it was for research for a project,
Researching his fucking.
which technically isn't a lie, but I couldn't exactly tell her it was so I could make Ben fall for me. I took lots of photos of the exhibitions and even a selfie at the entrance to the museum. I shared them online and used the same hashtag he had, hoping he'd see it. Okay, so he liked art. What else did he like? He always had his nose in a book, but I could never get close enough to see what it was he was reading. One day after school, I went to the school library and asked the librarian if she could tell me what Ben liked to read. She pointed me in the direction of the classics. She said he was working his way through the works of Shakespeare and had just finished Romeo and Juliet.
So the librarian's creeping on this bitch too. What the fuck? Leave the kid alone. God damn, these are some good grapes. Romeo and Juliet? Are you fucking kidding me? He has a horrible taste and interest for books. That's a cringe ass book, right, Jeff? Yeah, Jeff thinks so.
Jackpot! I borrowed a copy, and the next day at school, I made sure to carry it everywhere with me. In our literature class, where I had always been pretty quiet, I started raising my hand more. I swear he smiled at me after that class. So he liked literature and art. He was so smart. It made me giggle when I thought about all the other girls wearing football tops to try and win him over.
I can't fucking giggle. Fuck that. But you get the idea.
He wasn't like his dad at all. I had spent a whole week researching modern art, and I'd almost finished reading Romeo and Juliet. I decided it was time to approach him. He was sitting under a tree reading. I felt like my heart was going to burst out of my chest. I asked him if I could sit next to him, and he said yes. He said yes! Then I pulled out my copy of Romeo and Juliet. He told me it was his all-time fave.
If that's his favorite book, he's not worth stalking months on end on.
And then he offered me one of his chips. It was going well.
Oh my god! He offered me a chip! Oh!
I introduced myself, and pretty soon we were chatting nonstop. For the next few days, we always met under the same tree. And one day, he asked me if I wanted to go to the theater with him. His sister was acting in it, and maybe I'd like it. I almost hugged him there on the spot. I walked away with a big grin on my face. I could see how annoyed the other girls were, like they couldn't believe he'd be interested in someone like me.
I bet none of them are actually jealous or crazy about him, and it's just her in her own fucking mind.
We went to the theater together, and it was incredible. I even met his mom and dad.
What are these snobby-ass bitches with their fucking curled-up noses? What the fuck?
I think he knows that I'm new to this whole reading Shakespeare and going to art exhibitions kind of world. But hey, it worked! And he likes me for me.
The only reason you want to date him is because of his looks and money. You don't really care about his personality. Like, what the fuck?
He laughs at my silly jokes and doesn't care when I can't pronounce some of the words in his books.
Probably out of pity.
And I guess that's what it's really about, isn't it?
What, bullshit?
Finding someone who likes you for who you really are.
Or bullshit?
Maybe I just should have had the courage to speak to him from the very beginning.
Dude, she's so fucking smart.
I didn't need to pretend to be someone I wasn't. But I'll be honest, it was pretty fun learning about art. Sometimes it's good to discover new hobbies and interests. And hey, now I have a boyfriend.
Today's video, or should I say, for your guys' today video, yeah, big smart, big brain, big pee-pee energy. You got what I mean. Forgot to film an outro again. What the fuck, Drew? Yeah, that's gonna be it. This bullshit is pissing me off. It's turning me thug. So, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe right now. or I'm going to beat you down with a tree branch. And you could win the Papa John's coupon. Where the fuck is it? It's over here. You could win $8.99 for a 2-topping. Yeah, 1 large 2-topping pizza. If you order on what? With only valid with carryout. So I'll be picking a lucky subscriber who comments below this coupon. See you guys next week.